Hey there everybody, this package just arrived. Let's get it open, see what's in there. Okay, I first heard about this knife and was introduced to it on 411 Outdoors LLC, his videos on YouTube. He has two videos of this knife and I really liked what I saw, so I picked one up. And yeah, it really started growing on me. Like, the more I played around with it and used it, the more I actually liked it. So give his channel a view, definitely, to see more of this blade. He actually does some hard use testing of it, and it really holds up well. So I think you'd enjoy that. It's 411 Outdoors LLC. That's his YouTube channel, so check him out. I actually opened it and got all the oil off because it was soaked in oil. It was wrapped pretty good. And I just been messing around with it. I put a little kind of like camoform tape there on the handle. I think this is just the cheaper medical wrap, but it works good. This is the Warivo, I think is how you pronounce it, tracker knife. And when it first arrived, I wasn't even going to get it, but then I decided, well, it's only 39 bucks on Amazon. So I ordered one, and I wasn't like super impressed when I first got it, because the hook right here, I've just seen better, you know. It looks like they tried pretty good, but it's not perfect by a long shot. And it's thinner than what I would have preferred. And the saw is just a typical notch saw. I do think this will strike a fire steel, a ferro rod, because it is 90 degrees. It's got a little bit of a swoop there. The tip is not terribly thin, considering the knife is only just a hair over an eighth of an inch thick. But the tip of the grind was off just a little bit on that secondary bevel. It did come decently sharp. Like, this front chopping section of the tracker is definitely sharper than this area back here. It looks like it's just a hollow grind with a secondary bevel there on both sides, but you do get a nice finger choil there. There's a little jut out right here. It is black canvas micarta, and it is full tang, believe it or not. And I got the handle wrap now. I'm pretty sure there's 2 or 3 pins holding it on. And the crazy thing is I've taken it out and I've used it a few times through it, and it held up really well. Even though it's a little bit small in my hand, it does actually feel comfortable. So I can't complain about that. It actually has that Beck WSK, like, real tracker kind of design to it in a lot of ways. Probably more accurate than a lot of the more expensive ones that you'll find. But this is made of D2 steel. And it arrived decent. Like, it's definitely passable, especially for the price. I think this might be one of the best budget trackers that you could get your hand on. Like, under 40 bucks for sure, under 50 bucks even. But this little bit of wrap here just gives me that little extra grip, because the black micarta is slippery. But it's really well done. It's a little bit on the small side. Like, this ain't the world's biggest knife by a long shot, but that just makes it that much easier for me to carry it around. I wouldn't say it's lightweight, but it certainly isn't heavy. It's kind of like right in between. Now, the sheath, it serves its purpose, but it does feel a little lightweight. It's probably man-made leather, but it is right-hand scout carry if you wear it up front or over to the left a little bit like I do. then I just cross draw when I grab it. Now this is actually like left hand carry if you wear it across your back. But I actually like to do that with a lot of knives, but this one's smaller and lightweight, that right up front is actually preferable for me to right hand cross draw. So I actually like it a lot. Now this one is the Big Cat. I think it used to be called like Bear Cat or something, but now it's Big Cat. You can find it on Amazon also. I just reviewed this last week. There it is out of the sheath. This feels more like real leather. And it's definitely thicker and more heavy duty. Plus you get like a big pouch. This, for me, I have to wear it across my back and reach back with my right hand, because it doesn't work the other way. So this one goes across my lower back when I wear it, and this one goes up front, or just slightly off to the left when I have it up front for cross draw, which I actually do prefer that way of carrying it compared to my back, because it's a little awkward when you're trying to resheath it behind your back. But what I do now is I wear a second belt that has my knife on it outside, like it's not through my belt loops or anything, it's just around on top of my clothing, and I can spin the belt around as needed, or even just slide the knife sheath around as needed. So I can pretty much position it anywhere I want in an instant, which is my preferred way of carrying blades now. But it also has a black canvas micarta handle with the brass pins. It has an exposed butt cap there. Not a butt cap, but like the tang sticks out. It is a little thicker, and it's noticeably heavier, and it is larger. But yeah, this says Big Cat Knives now, D2 steel. So you got that one there, and this one is shaped more like the Beck, like the WSK. It definitely is. And it can pretty much do whatever this one can do, but it'll save you on some weight. This one does chop a little better because it's extra heavy. This one can do light chopping, it can do feather sticks, small splitting tasks, and it's a good thrower. And I'm not saying that this one isn't a good thrower, but this one is actually thicker at the tip than this bigger knife. So this one definitely is, and because it's so affordable, if by chance it did possibly break, you could replace it much easier. So I like them both, but I do really like this. I thought I wasn't going to, but it's actually a decent little tracker knife. And this is it beside the new full-size Boker tracker. It's a Dave Winger design. Now they have the micro, they have the mini, and then they have this full-size one. So you can see this ain't a whole lot smaller. Here it is beside the full-size Tom Brown Jr. tracker from Tops. And I've heard people say that the BK2 companion knife from K-Bar, they always say it's a pry bar because of how thick it is. Well, in my mind, this is the pry bar of trackers. This thing is a full 1/4 of an inch thick, possibly even thicker in the handle. But yeah, look at the tip on that. This thing is a tracker and a pry bar, and it is heavy. Okay, here it is beside the Bark River tracker, which is A2 steel, I believe. And I actually put some super blue on the top there just to give it that two-tone look that I like. That's not rust. It just come out looking that way. That's how it reacted with this type of steel. But yeah, this is a big, heavy tank of a knife. I do love Bark River's big front convex edge though, and they do an excellent job on that hook. But even though this one seems steeper, it's just the way they grind their blades is better. But this will actually tire you out. If you're chopping with it and swinging with it, it's so thick and so heavy that within a half hour or so, you start to feel it. But you can see this is a very sturdy, kind of sleek design. It's a gorgeous knife. Alright, I got a sheet of printer paper here. And this is the knife. I've never touched up the edge. It does have some waxy oil on the blade right now. But no work on the edge yet. Let's see here. The blade's very small, so you only get so much room to draw it through, but it is paper cutting sharp. Nothing to write home about though, but now let's check the top. There you go. It's like when you get it at the right angle, you can see it is paper cutting sharp. But both of these could use some work. That's what I said. It didn't come like razor sharp. It's not really hair shaving sharp. Well, it can do some feather sticks because I've done that already. And it's great for throwing. So, and splitting like little small, like kindling for your fire. So it is usable. It's got a usable edge on it. It's just not a razor edge. You're looking at a good 3 inches on the front chopping edge there. And then this here is about 2 full inches. You get a little extra there in the ricasso area. But the entire knife overall is about 10 inches, just a hair over, 10 1/4 maybe. I'd say the overall length for the blade is about 5 inches. And then the handle by itself is about 4 1/2, maybe 4 3/4. And it is only 1/8 of an inch thick. It's not super thick. This is a little more just for like size comparison. Like it's not a tiny knife, but it's not a huge knife. It's got just the right amount of weight to make carrying actually really good. It's a really nice blade to carry around or throw in a backpack or whatever, but it does perform decently. And if you took a ceramic rod to the edge, I think you could take it to the next level. And I have tested out this hook, and it will make those feathers that trackers are known for. So even though the edge isn't the greatest edge, it can still do it. Haven't purchased trackers before and you're interested in getting into it or trying it, this might be a good place to start because it is only $39 and you get a lot for what you pay for with this one. The sheath could be better, but it does serve its purpose. And with a little wrap on the handle, just to give you some extra grip, or if you just wore gloves, one or the other, it would be fine. But yeah, it's a neat little tracker to add to your collection. But that's all I have for this video. And this knife.
This is Joe Doomsday, signing out.